Hey, what's going on, good people? What is going on? I am Rochelle T. Parks. I am your health motivator. Hey, guys, welcome to another episode of Mindset Talks. And today, I am excited to let you know who we have with us today, Ms. Z Dean. Hey, what's going on, Z?
Hello.
And the one and only Mr. Michael L. Parks, a.k.a. Pops. In his house. Hey guys, this is going to be a great show. Listen, if you're catching this on replay, get pen and paper out. This is going to be great. And also share. If you're watching this first time, second time, third time, share with everybody you know, because this is going to be very, very enlightening to a lot of people. And so here we are. Z, what's going on?
Nothing. I'm feeling amazing. I'm good.
Feeling amazing. Yeah. I love that. I love amazing. Amazing is good. Good.
Amazing is good for me.
Yes. Okay, so let's just start from the beginning. Z, let the people know. How did we meet? How did you come to know? How did we come to know each other? Like, what happened?
Okay, what I can remember is, after COVID, all of the rebuild stuff started, and I started seeing some videos of you, I think, working out. I don't even know how, but
wait a minute, hold on. Okay, you said rebuild. Okay, like people don't know what rebuild is. Well, what's rebuild, and who is that with?
Yeah, that's the conference that ET put on when COVID hit. They had rebuild. I think fitness was first, rebuild finance, and it was just to help us plan in the pandemic. I think he says plandemic instead of pandemic.
Right.
So it was a conference that they put on, a virtual conference, and I joined the fitness. But even before I joined Rebuild Fitness, I had seen you on a video on Facebook. I don't know how, but I joined that and started talking about the fruit and veggie challenge. And I knew I needed some help because I wasn't feeling well. I knew I needed some help. And so I said, well, I'll do that. I'm always up for a challenge. So I said, I'm going to do the fruit and veggie challenge. But before it started, I had gone to the store to prepare for the fruit and veggie challenge. But before it started, I said, I had been praying for some help. I knew I needed help. I needed somebody to walk alongside me. I needed that. And I knew it. And so I needed to stand in what was going on. So I had gone to the doctor. I said, I want to see my numbers. I know I'm not feeling well. Everything's just, it's downhill. And I need to get better and feel better because I just felt sick. No energy, sick all the time. So before the fruit and veggie challenge even started, I think it was going to start like that next week. But I kept just praying. And I was like, I need some help. And I was like, fruit and veggie challenge, forget that. I need somebody. I need a person to walk with me, to come alongside me. And so that's when I went online, I think, and I filled out the little form, and we got the phone, hopped on the call, and I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready to start. Just tell me what I need to do. Went out and got what I needed to get.
Yeah.
And just kind of went with it from there and did what you told me to do.
Yeah, and those are the best clients. Okay, just tell me what I need to do. When do I start? And then just tell me what I need to do. That's it. Game over. So you did the consult. I remember we got on here and talked. I told you about the programs, the Sugar and Sweet programs, and you jumped on the 90-day program, I believe, right? 90-day program. So when you say you weren't feeling well, like what? Can you elaborate? Like, what were you feeling?
Okay, let me take you back. So in 2019, March, I had my second sinus surgery. And so I was on a lot of steroids for about 3 months. And from there, it just went to a downward spiral. I was depressed. I just didn't have any energy. I was in bed all the time. And I homeschooled my 3 younger children. So I was homeschooling the majority of time from bed. I would wake up with no energy. I went to bed with no energy. And I was just looking for some help. I said, this is not the end of my life. This is not the way that it's going to be, and I just kind of refused that mindset. But I knew, and I kept praying. I was like, I need some help. And I kept seeking and researching online, looking for some help. And my help came at the Rebuild Conference.
Look at that. Okay. So I'm asking a couple more questions, and then I'm gonna throw it to you, Pop. So, but okay, so a lot of people saw me. A lot of people have seen me. A lot of people see my videos. I've had consultations with a lot of people. Like, first two questions: why? Well, you asked for help, so you had to, I guess, seek it. And but then, what was it that made you say, "Okay, I'm going to do this"? What was it about? I don't know. Was it something I said? Was it me? Was it the program? What was it that said I need to do this?
I think when you talked about, of course, the fruit and veggie challenge, when you start talking about that, I was like, okay, that's something that I could do. But the more, and me, this is my personality. So once I
Mhm.
find out about you, I'm going to go and start doing some research.
Ooh,
So
ooh.
I looked around, I listened to a podcast, I found out you had a book. I was like, I'm going to see if she's the real deal. And so that's what I did because I was aware. I had gone to the doctor. I was aware of my numbers. I knew how I felt, even without any numbers. I knew I felt
Mhm.
bad and I knew I wanted to feel better. So I had to take ownership of my health and own it and
Mhm.
then reach out. And like I said, I just knew that I needed that person and I connected with you. Um, when you talked about the fruit and veggie challenge, like I said, I was like, I'm just going to try it. But after I started researching it and then I ordered the book, I don't even know if I
Mm.
told you I had ordered the book at first. I think
No,
you
you
were seeing
didn't.
it
No,
on my
you didn't
bed.
tell me that. I saw it. I know you didn't even tell me.
I know. And so I had ordered and I started reading. I was like, okay, yeah, she is really the real deal. So I was like,
Okay,
I'm
praise
just gonna
God.
go for it. I need her to help me.
Okay, praise God. Okay, I Pops, you coming up the hole. Mm.
I'm curious because I'm not sure how. I guess it was about 3 months or so ago. But early on, when we started doing this program, we actually started off with a focus on helping type 2 diabetics.
Mhm.
And you're not, type 2 diabetic. And so were you aware that that was originally the intent of the program when you first started doing it?
Oh yeah, but I mean, even with that, that didn't matter to me, and I wasn't there, but I was like borderline, like right there, like you pushed me over, and I was gonna be there.
Mhm. Mhm.
And we talked about my numbers, and we talked about what the doctor told me. They didn't give me any medication, anything like that. She just told me gave me the numbers, and I asked. I said, email me my lab report because I want to see. I want to know.
Hmm.
And so I knew what the program was all about, but I was like, it doesn't matter. I'm going to benefit
That's right.
regardless. It's going to help me in some kind of way, but I didn't realize how much it was going to help me. I had no idea.
Mm.
I had absolutely no idea. When I got in and I started feeling better, I mean, my joints were hurting, my knees were hurting, my feet, the tendons, my ankles were hurting, they were swelling. And
Mm.
I can't even describe to you how bad I felt. And I don't even think I knew how bad I felt because even before the surgery, I was feeling sick a lot all the time. So it became a way of life. I thought it was the norm. And I started getting worse and feeling worse. And I couldn't function as I felt I needed to, as God created me to. I couldn't even help cook, for my family. I wasn't in the kitchen. My husband had to do his part and my part. My boys had to help me out. I just felt horrible, to say the
Mm.
least. And I
That's
didn't realize it until once I started the program and I started to feel better. And I started to wake up early again because I couldn't even get up early. I was an early riser once upon a time. 5 o'clock was my time. 4:30 was my time. I was getting up at 7, but still tired. And then most mornings getting up at 9
mm,
Mm.
and going to bed early. Always tired. So
That's amazing that you say that because it hit me one day. This was many years ago, when I said, wow, I realized that people didn't know. I say people don't know how bad they feel until they start feeling better. I mean, like you say, you just see it as a way of life. It was just the norm. You didn't really, like, you knew you didn't feel your best, but you didn't know how bad you really felt until you start feeling better. And then you say, oh, wow. because then you're like, oh my God, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
And I was really feeling bad, but that just tells you like we get, you get it's like you get immune to it. You know what I mean? Just like smelling something can smell so bad, but if you smell it all the time, it all of a sudden doesn't smell that bad anymore.
Right.
Like pain, you get used to pain in the body, you just get desensitized. It's like, oh, it's not that bad. To somebody else, like, ouch, that hurt. You be like, oh, okay, I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking, okay, is it my hormones? Is it my age? Do you just go downhill from here? And I think that's what struck me too. Like when I would see you working out, I was like, man, she has a lot of energy. I need some more. I need just a little bit of it.
And then the age, I know that's what gets people because I know I don't like my 20s or anything, but most people put me younger than I am. I'm not gonna say they think I'm 25, but they definitely don't think I'm 50. And so when they find that out, they're like, wait a minute, like how is this? And so okay, so this is good. So we start the program. So borderline, the numbers were borderline with your blood sugars.
Right.
Then we were dealing with the blood pressure, right? We were dealing with the like I was about to say low energy, but I'll just say no energy. No energy. Painful joints, tendons, ankles. I mean,
could not walk. Couldn't walk.
Could not walk. Could not cook. Could not walk. Homeschooling from the bed.
From the bed. My children thought the bedroll was my home. And my children would come whenever they came in from wherever they were, whether it was upstairs, they knew that I was going to be in the bedroom in the bed. Now, they don't know where I'm going to be. Or walking or in the front or just doing things with them. And they've taken note of that. They're like, I asked them the other night, I said, have you all noticed that I haven't been in the bedroom? And they were like, yeah, we've noticed. That's we've noticed.
Okay. And how old are your boys? How many and how old?
I have 5, and I have a 19, 18, 13, 11, and 10-year-old.
Well, that's busy. That's a whole lot of
testosterone. I need that energy. They are glad.
Yes. Praise God. Look at that. I'm telling you, see, when you give your body what it needs to thrive, it will.
Amen.
Something as simple as I have so many people that did, sugaring because here's it's 3 phases, right? You got fruit and veggie challenge, you got sugar ain't sweet, and then you got mindset maintenance. So fruit and veggie challenge, that's the entry point. People come in, they give their digestive system a break, they cleanse their palate, reset their palate, get rid of sugar addictions, inflammation, all these things like in 7 days. And then you roll into a program that's getting your reversing chronic disease, be there blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, inflammation, autoimmune, whatever, 90-day program, 6-month program. And then after that, you need maintenance, mindset maintenance, right? So you come into this thing for 90 days. Did you think this was possible, that you could feel the way you feel today?
I think I had been that way so long, I did not. But the more I talked to you and the more, I would say after a week or 2, I was like, okay, what's going on? I'm not taking anything. I started noticing and I was able to walk, go from 15 minutes to 20 minutes. And I was like, okay, I'm liking this. But now my energy, I'm out of the bed and doing something by 5 o'clock.
In the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And that was not happening. It just was not happening.
That's awesome.
So
you say in a week or 2, you were noticing the difference in a week or 2.
Yes.
That's what I need people that if you watch, I need you to hear this. I promise you guys, we're not, this is no special elaborate diet. We're just eating God's food.
Yes.
3 principles. Eat the food God gave you. Eat it as close to its original state as possible. And do not allow any food to be your God. That is all we're doing.
That's a powerful formula right there. It is, even all of them, and even especially the last one, because I don't think we realize a lot of times that we've made food an idol. And I
Mm.
realized that in the program, and not necessarily, bad things, but like herbal teas. And I'm like,
Mm.
if I just do this, do something that's simple, do what you tell me to do. I mean, I cannot tell you, I can't even explain to you all how I feel. And not only do my children know it and my husband notice it, but even at the optometrist, they were like, "How you doing, Miss C?" And I was like, "I'm great." I went there like this, waiting on the lady to take my temperature. And they were like, "What's wrong with her?"
Wow.
That energy I got, you gave me back to my family.
Wow.
Yes. And today is my birthday. Today,
I,
Happy
I didn't
birthday.
know
you
that.
can
Happy
Happy
birthday. Like
I
Russell
birthday.
had a
Stoneman
birthday
said.
present and to give myself my
Oh
health.
my God.
My health. So I thought about that this morning. If somebody would ask me, what are you most grateful for the way I feel and my health?
I did
Wow.
not know that.
Mhm.
Oh,
See,
mm.
we had this so planned all along. So happy birthday. We
See,
planned it
My
perfectly.
birthday.
We
look
we
out.
we planned it perfectly.
I know. Yeah, I just thought about that when we were talking, but I did. I thought about that this morning. I was like, happy birthday to myself.
Wow. So let me ask you this, because I'll be probably gonna be starting cutting onions in a few minutes.
I know. I'm just like,
Uh,
oh my
Don't
goodness.
make me do that.
yeah,
Oh,
but you speak about your husband, but you don't speak about what your husband speaks about. I'm curious. What is he saying? What is he saying? You know, about
He
what's going on.
knows that I feel better and he is thrilled. He's like, I am so happy. He knows that he's like this morning, he was like, man, I be looking for you and you be up and at it and you've been up for hours. The way that I look, the way that I feel, that I can get back in the kitchen with him, that when we're doing our Advent devotion, I can sit in there. They don't have to come to the bedroom, to the bed, and we do that Advent devotion together, and I don't fall asleep. Putting up the Christmas tree last year, I couldn't help. I was in pain. I was tired. I made it to the front, and I remember making it to the front room where they were getting the tree and they were putting the ornaments on, and I loved doing that, but I couldn't help. I just had to sit on the couch and watch them.
Wow.
This year, I probably did most of it by myself. I was like, yeah, I got
Ah,
this.
oh man, I know that's a joy for your boys. I know it is.
Yes, and
I
then seeing
know
me
it is.
cook breakfast and my husband seeing me in the kitchen, he's, at first I think he was kind of looking like, what are they giving her?
Slipping, let me
So
slip in. Go ahead, take this, pop this Z.
yeah,
No. Oh wow. I didn't even think about that because that could be such a difference, and it's like, okay, what's
I
really going on,
know. Right. Just standing in my kitchen, chopping my vegetables, being able to do that. I could not do that. Could not do it. I was just too weak, too tired. And I was seeking answers, looking for answers. Didn't know where to find the answers. And I just said, let me stop because I'm going everywhere. And I said, let me just stop and be still and pray and hear from you. And that's really when I did the fruit and veggie challenge and prayed about it over that, I think it was a weekend. I was
Mhm.
like, that's the answer, God. You giving me the answer right there. And that's why I was like, I just called and I was like, forget fruit and veggie challenge. I'm going all in.
Mhm.
mm.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
Zucchini. So, the way you're speaking about the program right now, it sounds like the Sugar Ain't Sweet program is a breeze. Is that the case?
No, I can't say the breeze. No, it's not. It's not a breeze, but I tell you what, it's probably easier than people actually think. And that's what I
Mhm.
said because it was a lot of things that I thought I needed. When I started and Ro was like, okay, stop doing that and stop doing that. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I want to do this, but I did it and I was fine. That's that third key that you talked about. Don't let any food be your God.
Mm,
Mm,
And that
mm,
was huge for me. And
mhm,
then when I start realizing that and focusing and meditating on that piece, I was
mhm,
like, okay, God,
mhm.
you're the one that sustains me. It's not something, someone.
Right,
And I
right.
think I had gotten to the point where I was looking for that thing, that supplement, that something to make me feel better. And it's
mm,
Yeah.
what he gave me. Eat the food God gave you.
mm,
Hello.
You realize that.
Yeah,
mm.
that's good. That's
No, it was
powerful.
not easy. Mm-mm. And I did, I did raw for a while. And it was actually, though, like I said, it's really about my mindset.
Mhm,
Because once I let go of what I thought I needed and surrender, I just saw the results coming. I was like, okay, I didn't need that. I thought I needed that, but no, I didn't need that. I'm good. It's okay. You have more self control, those fruits of the spirit that you need, where you can really tune into what you need to be tuning into and hearing from God.
Wow.
mhm.
That was just critical for me. Because you know how it is. You have something you think you need, and God may be saying, let it go, let it go. That was kind of Rose like, let it go. And I was like, I don't want to. Even days when I didn't tell you that. But I just said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna follow the program. I'm gonna follow the plan. So it was the mindset. That was huge
Yeah,
for me. My mindset.
yeah, absolutely. That's it for everybody. For them to be successful, you got to have a changed mindset. I tell you, Z Pops and I, said it often that you were like the model client. I mean, like never, you ask questions for understanding, like I just want
Mhm.
to understand, but it was never an issue, never any I don't say talk back, but never any pushback, no pushback. You say, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, stop this. Okay, start that. Okay, do this, do that. Okay, okay, okay. It
Yeah.
was perfect. It was we
Now,
had to worry about
now I
Z.
would get up and pray. And I would get up and be talking to myself, and I would get up and be talking to y'all, but y'all didn't know I was talking to me.
She sick God on us. She sicked him on us.
But
Well, I tell
I
you
just
what,
said, it's surrender. It's about
yeah, that's
surrendering.
it. That's
So,
it. That willingness, having that coachable spirit. I'm sorry. Go ahead, pops.
now I just want to ask, after you finished up a couple of weeks ago, a week or so ago, how has life been like after the the breeziness of the program and then coming
Mhm.
into life after the program? How has things been different, or have they been different at all?
They really haven't been different. I just kind of kept doing what you all taught me to do. And I know, and we hadn't talked about this, but I went to the doctor last week. They did. I said, I want the full workup. And she
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, I'll call you. And I always tell her, I want you to email me my report because I want to see it. And she called and she was like, you're good. I don't know what you did. When she saw me, when I walked in, she was like, you look amazing. How do you feel? And I said, I feel wonderful. I have more energy. And she said, what did you do? And so I started telling her about the program and what I did. And but when she called a few days later about my numbers, she was like, when I saw you, I figured these numbers were going to be a lot better. Um, and so the numbers were better. I just, I hadn't been off the program that long, but I
Mm-hmm.
just kept doing what you taught me to do because I actually found, like I said, in my mind, I thought it was going to be difficult, but it was a lot easier for me.
Yeah.
Not having to do all this and do all that and count these calories and figure this or that out.
Nobody
Yeah.
got time for that.
Because I don't want if you would have said count calories on that call, I'd have been like, that's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Listen, we ain't count nothing over here. Nothing.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, we're not doing that.
And I love
Man,
that.
that's good stuff.
Love
See,
that.
I'm excited. I could listen to this stuff all day long because I know that nobody wants to live a life in pain. You know what I mean? No energy. Like, what type of life is that when you no energy? Like when you said homeschooling for the bed, or when you first told me, I was like, homeschooling from the bed?
Mhm.
Like, how do you do that?
Yeah. They put their books in a backpack and they bring them back there. We
Wow.
do certain subjects together, and then as they need help, I just had to help that individual person. Um, but it's totally different. And I remember even, and it was like I said, my body was breaking down. It would go from my left knee to the right knee, then frozen shoulder. I wake up one morning, I couldn't move my shoulder. So it was just inflammation, a lot going on in my body.
Mm. Mm.
Mhm.
Now we're walking. She was on mindset movement last weekend. Pops, I think she did how many minutes did you do out
50
there?
minutes. I did 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
Mhm.
She couldn't walk when she first started. Couldn't
Mm-mm.
walk. Well,
Right.
I remember us telling you, do what you can do.
Right.
Like just do what you can do.
Yeah.
And
And
so
I
we
would
just
walk to the
started
end of the
slow.
street, and that was it. I walked to the end of the street and come back.
Mm.
And when I was walking, I was limping, just trying to move. I couldn't ride the bike. So
That's
I
awesome.
can't, like I
Yes,
said,
it is.
it's hard to explain and to put into words how I feel. It's really hard to put into words how I feel. And I'm gonna stop because I feel the onions coming.
Ah, I'm just mesmerized by it all. I'm just thinking about with your kids, it's gotta do them good to see their mom. I mean, you don't want to see your mom, in pain, no energy. I mean, you know what I mean? You want to see your mom bubble, excited, and energy.
Mhm.
And so to see that had to play a number on them, mentally, psychologically, like
Yeah.
especially if that was the norm for them. It's like, okay. Um, and then your husband, I'm sure heard you were full of energy, and just me knowing zero energy, you love to talk, and I mean, all these things. And so to see you like that I'm sure
Yeah.
that did something to him as well. And so to see that thing reverse, that's a beautiful thing.
I
It's a
looked at a
beautiful
picture
thing.
of myself that they took. They were going for like a little boys getaway. This was last year, and I took a picture with them before they left, and I could see in the picture how sick I was. And I
Mm,
don't even think I knew it, but I mean, like dark circles under my eyes and just looking so weak. And I was like,
mhm.
wow, I didn't even realize that. Like I said, it had become the norm. But I was really fighting for my life, Ro.
Yeah,
Fighting for my
yeah,
life.
yeah. Didn't give up though. You
Mm-mm,
didn't give up. The fact
mm-mm,
that you invested in this program,
mm-mm.
is proof that you didn't give up. Like like you knew something had to be better. Like that wasn't it. It couldn't end that way. Like
No.
that can't be the end of the road. You know,
Yeah.
because I truly believe God wants us all to thrive. You know, He
Yes.
wants us all to thrive. Because the healthier we are, the more work we can do for Him.
Right, exactly. I know, and I'm
So
trying to raise some warriors. So,
absolutely.
that's what my husband and I are doing, and he's been trying to do it alone. I know he's tired. He's probably glad he can get some rest now.
Amen. Amen.
Oh my goodness. So this is man, so okay, so what you didn't say is fruit and veggie, you jump right into sugar ain't sweet and then coming out mindset maintenance. You say, you
Yeah.
know what? I need to be a part of that. I don't need to how important because I know while you're in the program you had us. Like,
Right.
we were your community. Even though you had access to mindset maintenance, we really were engaged, like
Right.
almost 24/7. I mean, like every
Yeah.
day. So
Yeah.
we were your community. How vital was that whole accountability piece?
I couldn't have, I don't think I could have done it without it. I knew, like I said, I knew that I needed someone to walk alongside me because I had tried this, I had tried that, and it wasn't working.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like I said, a week or 2 weeks into trying this, I started feeling better. So I
Mm-hmm.
knew that was a critical piece. I believe in the power of community and coaching. I
Yeah.
already believe in the power of that because I've experienced it before with a life coach and things of that nature. So
Mm-hmm.
I knew just going to the doctor wasn't going to get it. Because,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they see you for 15 minutes. She told me, okay, your numbers don't look right. This is off, that is off. But then it came back with like, well, God, what do I do about it?
Mm.
And I struggled trying to do it myself, and that
Yeah.
wasn't working. And I tried other programs. I tried other things. I had tried like two or three other programs. I was like, that's not it. That's not working. I need a person. I need
Mm-hmm.
a person in my life to be accountable to, that I can talk to, that I can ask questions. And I knew I needed that because the other ones were like, here it is, you do it. I'm like, that wouldn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So kind of a no. I was at a point, honestly, where it was a no brainer.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Sick
feel
and
that
tired of
way.
being sick and tired. That's where you were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's when you'll do something, you know.
Yes.
Money was no object. I mean, it's like, no, this is what I need to do. And so this is my, sometimes you got to kind of look at it like, this is my last chance.
Right.
Like, this is my last chance. Mm.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
if I would have focused on the money and really thought about it, I'm like, well, it costs more to be in the hospital and to be on the medications and the surgery that I had just had. So
mm-hmm.
I wasn't even
Yeah.
worried about that. I was like, I am fighting for my life.
Yeah.
And I
That's it.
knew that I
That's
was
it.
fighting for my life. And I was fighting for my children. And I needed somebody to help me get there. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, by that second week, when I start feeling better, and I was like, And then when I start just popping awake by 5 o'clock, 4:30, I was like, okay, what is going on? And then that start happening consistently. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, it's what I'm putting in my body.
That's it. That's it. You just validate all my sayings and say how we feel every day has everything to do with what we put inside of our bodies and what we expose our bodies to.
Exactly.
I didn't just I came up with this stuff. I mean that's a sentence. That's a whole sentence, but it became like a phrase. I mean, not a phrase, like a model, or you know what I mean, like mantra. But that is just a fact, and that just came from my own experience. I'm like, okay. When
Yeah.
I give my body what it needs, I perform better. I
Yeah.
do better. I sleep better. I feel better. So the Rochelle, my company name, Rochelle. Then my tagline is know better, do better, feel better, right? That's what I had at first. And then my husband said, the last one, he said, live better. He said, because when you know better, you do better. When you do better, you feel better. And when you feel better, you live better.
Amen. Yes, you do. You do.
So you got to know, you know what I mean, and then some of that comes from having a coach, right? So you can get the
Mhm.
knowledge, right? So then you can do better, right? And then once you start doing those things, and you start feeling better, and then
Mhm.
it becomes a lifestyle. You start living better.
Yes.
It,
You
it
can
really
live.
is. It's like there's steps to it.
Yeah, you
There
can live.
it is a formula.
Mhm. And those coaching calls, powerful. I mean, I'd be on the taking notes. Yeah, I probably thought I wasn't listening. Look, here's my book. I still have it with my notes.
Hey, gems are being dropped, because I mean the reality, we want people to succeed. I mean, we're not, as we tell, but this is not a money grab for us. It's not. This is not about money, this is about helping people to feel better, doing sharing, the experience. So for me, I've been doing this thing for 20 plus years as a health coach and helping people do better, but this sugar ain't sweet, became started with my husband, with his experience and or shall I say our experience, because we both experienced it. It was him physically, um, but that's where the program was birthed, and then so we just truly believe we're doing what God called us to do. And, Pop said, we have to share this. We have to share this so that we can help other people. Like if God did this for me, this was him saying, if he did it for me, we can help others do it for themselves.
Yes.
And that's all. And like you said, it started out with diabetes, but then we realized it's like, the whole those. I think I had a V8. Like we had a V8. Like, oh my God, it's not just diabetes. It's high blood pressure. It's high cholesterol. It's obesity. It's inflammation. It's autoimmune disease. It's
Mhm.
everything.
Yes. And when I look at the lab report and looking, lab reports, they have all these different things. So I started looking mine up and I was like, wow, I didn't, okay. So that helped my body because on some of them they have the previous and the current. And I'm like,
Right.
things I didn't even know,
See,
terms I hadn't even heard until
see.
I looked them up. I was like, oh, wow. That's why I keep saying, you gave me back to my children. You gave me my life back. You
Mm,
gave me my life back. And God, you used you to do that, and I appreciate it. And I used to tell you all the time, it was little things that I would do, and I'm like, I couldn't do that before. And I wouldn't text or tell you, but I was like, I couldn't do that before.
mm,
And that's what I'm excited about. I mean, I was the one years ago. I helped. I participated in writing a book, and it was all about early rising for moms. And that book is probably over 8 or 10 years old. So like I said, I was an early riser, and to now be getting up like clockwork, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, not feeling tired, because it was
yeah.
like no energy. I'm just gonna crawl back in bed. And some days I would just literally be so sick that I would have to take a nap after waking up.
Mm.
After I just got up, and then do a little bit and take a nap. I don't know the last time I had a nap. What is a nap? What is a nap?
Oh,
Yes.
That's
So
sweet. That's sweet. So what would you
I'm
tell
grateful.
what would you tell somebody that's hearing you right now and they just kind of sitting on the fence wondering, what to do and say, well, I don't know these people. I'm just looking at this video, I don't know what to do. Sounds
Mhm.
good. What would you tell what would you say to those people?
Yeah, that was me because I didn't know you all prior to this. I would say invest in yourself. And I
Mhm.
would say just jump, just do it. There's so many other programs out there and we're always trying this or that. And sometimes the answer is right in front of you, but you
mm,
won't surrender and won't try it. You won't let go and try it. But when you get, like Rose says, sick and tired of being sick and tired, and if you want your life back, if you want your life back, if you want your health back, if you want energy, if you want just the best gift you could give yourself is your health, don't wait. You don't need to wait because I knew before I started, when I went to the doctor to get that lab report, I knew I was sick, but I didn't have a formula to get better and to heal. And I knew I needed it. And
mm,
so, like I said, it was a no-brainer. I was like, fruit and veggie, that 7 days, that's good. But I need to go all in.
mm-hmm.
And I knew that.
Okay, so we didn't ask this because that just shows you how much we're not focused on it, but we know it is a collateral benefit though. How much weight did you lose?
Lost 37 pounds.
37 pounds.
Ah.
37 pounds. Yeah. 37 pounds. And didn't think I would. I mean, I just felt stuck. If I guess I felt stuck, Ro. I can't tell you how stuck I felt. I just felt miserable. And the scale wasn't moving and I was like, this is not good. I literally felt stuck. And when the first week, I can't remember how many pounds I dropped, like 8. And then like it was the next week, I was like a total of 13. I was like, what is going on? Because that hadn't happened.
Right.
Whatever I had tried, the other programs I tried, it wasn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. And
Pounds.
I thought it was because I couldn't exercise. I was like, I
Mhm.
need to exercise. So I had all this in my mind. That's what's wrong. I can't walk. I can't run. I can't ride my bike. I can't go to boot camp. I couldn't do that when I started.
Mm.
I barely walk.
Wow.
And it just started falling off. And I was like, why? And then as I started talking to you all and listening to you all, I understood why. It
Mhm.
made sense.
Mhm.
But I didn't know.
Praise God. I forgot to ask about that. Man, I'm glad you asked about that.
Because we don't talk, we don't focus on it, and it just hit me. I said, okay, we talked about everything but the weight. Let me ask. I know people want to know. People want to know.
Yeah, because it just happens. And I think that's why we weren't talking about it, because you're like, we're not focusing on that. Do this, eat the food God gave you, just do the program. And that just came. And I was, and it wasn't like I was getting on the scale every day. I get on there and check and be like, okay, let me go get the other scale.
Like, this can't be right.
Like, when I told my husband, he was like, I need to do the fruit and veggie challenge or something. Yes.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, he bought me something for my birthday today. And he's like, I got to take it back. It's too big.
Praise God for too big. Praise God for too big.
Take it back.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
We always tell people the bad news about the program is that you got to buy new clothes when you lose weight.
Right.
I know.
If you don't want to buy new clothes, then this program is not for you.
I know. Yes. And I remember even one week I was going somewhere and I was going to try to put on an old pair of jeans. And I kept asking my husband, I said, is this going to work? And he was like, no, if you want to wear those, you're going to have to put on a belt. And I was like, I don't want to wear a belt. And he was like, well, you need to get some new jeans.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Oh my goodness. The weight just fell off. As we say,
it did.
Your body just involuntarily releases the weight, not even trying. Not even, we just now, I mean, really, I would say within the last, so we've been helping people since May. We got our first client May 5th. And I think maybe, how many months is that? Let me see, June, July, August, September, October. Okay. So maybe in the last 3 months, maybe we started telling people to weigh themselves, like in the beginning. Because we weren't, I'm like we didn't even know like how much people weigh, where they started. That was so not the focus. You know what I mean? But we did tell them they would lose weight because we knew weight, but that was so not the focus. And so people were losing so much weight. We said, okay, let's start tracking it. No. So we started telling people, weigh yourself in the beginning, just as a point of reference. But I remember the first round of videos, Z, we were finding out on the interview how much weight people had lost. Like, we didn't even know until we were on the interview.
Yes.
And we was like, you lost what? It was so crazy, but we didn't. We never.
And I'm telling you, my weight was not moving before I got on this program. If anything, it might have been going up. And I was like, okay, this ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Jesus, I need some help.
Wow.
And I like I said, I didn't know anything about you all. I'm glad I met you though. It's like family now. But it's a powerful program. It is. The coaching calls, even moving into transition into the mindset maintenance.
Yeah.
And having that community and being able, to hop on and walk and just connect with other like-minded people and people that are encouraging you. That's huge. Especially during this, what's going on now. Because here, I don't know about there, but churches are closing again. Things are closing again. And I needed that connection and that community.
Yeah. Now, have you seen any of my live in the kitchen with Rose? Have you seen any?
I haven't seen them when they're live, but I go back and watch them.
Go back and watch them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are good. I enjoy doing those.
See, I'll be able to catch some now within the next, few weeks, because homeschooling is going down. Like, we're just focusing on reviewing their math right now. So I want to catch some live, but
Yeah, good stuff, Z. Man,
and
I am so
much. The knowledge is powerful.
Yeah.
The knowledge, and I don't think people think about that. That's why when we were doing those coaching calls, and even before then, I don't know if you are familiar with Bubble Up.
Yeah.
It's called Bubble Up.
Yeah.
But I made me a sugar ain't sweet Roti Parks folder. And when you all would tell me
Well,
something, I make a note, put it in that folder. So if I had to go back to it, it was there. The documentation, the PDF, I put it in that folder. So that was my reference that I would go back to. And if there was a question, I'd ask you all.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
That's good. That's
Model
good. So
client,
Kim,
model
that's
client. I'm
cool.
telling you. You made it easy for us, Z.
Oh,
You made it easy. I mean, I'm serious. You made it very easy. Like I said, no pushback. Now you may have been talking to God, after you got off the phone with us.
we sit God on us. That's all right
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah. He said, but I mean, seriously, it was always a pleasure. Just to engage you and whatever. It was never an issue. Not that we have issues necessarily with other clients, but some people just require a little bit more, than others, and
right. And I understand that, yeah, because and I did have difficult days. I'd be sitting there with my salad in front of me and thinking, but it's the mindset. I keep
mm,
going back to that and sitting there saying, okay, here I am again. Gonna eat this, talking to myself in my flesh. And then once I start eating, I was like, girl, this stuff is good. What's wrong with you?
I enjoy myself. I'm telling you, I don't know what people talking about. They be like, oh, another salad. I'm like, but I really, really enjoy my
Yeah.
salads.
I started enjoying them. And I realized, even it's not just the iceberg lettuce. It's you got spring mix, kale, spit, some
It's a
variety.
lot.
Hmm.
It's a lot. It's so much you can do.
Hmm.
Eating clean is not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it's you can eat clean. Eating clean doesn't mean eating nasty. I mean, you know what I mean? Like my food, I think my food tastes pretty good. I don't know about you.
Hmm.
My salads, my food. Does my food taste good, Pops? I don't know. Does it?
You know the stuff tastes good, girl.
He's smiling.
I mean, he eats it. He eats it. Z. So he
It
eats
looks
it.
good. It has to taste good. It looks
Yeah.
good. And I know when I started, I was just eating, a little small amount. You like, that's not enough. And so I
Poopy butt.
bumped it up
The
because
poopy
when
butt
you're in
show.
other programs, you tend to think, okay, I just need to eat this much and that will help me.
Yeah.
Total mindset change. That was
Mm,
a huge mindset change for me.
yeah. Yeah. That's still everybody struggles with that. Most people, I should say, struggle with that. So trying to
Mhm.
it's like I said they hear me, but it just takes
Mhm.
a while for that to really sink in
Yeah, yeah.
and for them to eat more food.
Mhm.
So
I think if we knew, which we don't, that's what it's about trust. If I knew, well, I was going to jump in anyway, regardless. But if people knew how they would feel on the back end in the future after a week or
mm,
two, it wouldn't be a question.
Yeah,
And
man.
yeah.
that's why I was so when you all would tell me something to do something, that's why I didn't give any pushback. I get off the phone and I talk to myself and I talk to God. But that surrendering is powerful. Surrender and just trusting the process and doing it.
Yeah. 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 That's it. If
So that.
only they knew. You're right. If only they knew. And it is a matter of trust,
Mhm.
because the reality is we're helping people all across the country, out of the country. I mean, we have
Yeah,
people in other countries. And
yeah,
so people that have never laid eyes on us,
right. That's me.
other than through a Zoom or something,
Mhm, mhm.
never laid eyes on us. So it is a matter of trust,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
to God
I'm
be the
not even
glory.
locally. I'm not local. Never knew you all.
Where you in? You in Mississippi
Mississippi.
too?
Hmm.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
She in Mississippi, y'all. We're in Maryland, okay?
Yeah,
It is not a.
we need some kids. We need some kids.
I know. You're
Yeah,
right.
you know how the parents be trying to urge their kid to have some kids so they get some grandkids. We need some kids. So like
So you're our kid. So
you
now
are
you got to
kid.
go.
The sugar ain't sweet. You a sugar ain't sweet child.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we need you to get some kids because your life is going to inspire someone else. Which your results is going to
Yeah.
inspire other people to get on the program and achieve the type of results that you have right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We look forward to getting some grandkids.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I know. It's a
Yeah.
family. It's amazing. It's a family. You know how it is sometimes as parents, you're like, okay, wait, you got the discipline part, you got the celebration part, but it's a family. As a matter of fact, Ro, on that last text, you kept saying final day, and I was like, stop saying that.
I know. I didn't mean it that way. You can't get rid of
I
us.
know.
You
I
ain't
know.
Yeah.
gonna get rid of us for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just share, people out there are struggling, and they have
Mhm.
no clue how to get better. No, and they'll say in their mind they've tried everything.
Yeah.
How many times have I heard people say, I've tried everything?
You ain't
Tried,
tried it.
yeah, try sugar ain't sweet. Okay,
Mhm.
try this. But no, Z, we're excited for you, just your entire family. I mean, it's perfect time. It's your birthday. Happy birthday again.
Yeah. Thank
Going into the holiday season. I mean, celebrating,
you.
the true reason, behind Christmas and all that. Just being thankful and grateful. You know what I mean? Coming after Thanksgiving, just being thankful and going into the Christmas holidays. We're just elated. We talk about you all of our people, every day, all day. We just,
Yeah, well, I appreciate you all.
yeah.
Appreciate you all. I can't, I keep saying it. Who was that? James Brown with the song "I Feel Good."
Yeah.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So a recap. So, um, guys, if you didn't hear, if you're just tuning in, Z said she was. I'm just quick recap. Painful joints, tendons, feet, homeschooling from the bed, no energy, couldn't stand up for it, couldn't walk, couldn't stand up. Couldn't help decorating the tree last year. Now she's 37 pounds lighter. She's a ball of energy. She did more decorating on the tree this year than she did last year. Did more than the boys. I mean, up and about before, not waking up till 9 a.m. Now up 4:35 a.m. again. Like, Z is back, in full effect. And it ain't over, it ain't over. She's still, improving daily. So we're excited for you, Z. um this is amazing. It's an amazing testament to God and what, his intent for our lives. If we just follow his rules, you know what I mean, his guidance, if follow him. He's the perfect model. He said eat this, not that. He said do this exercise. Do what I do. I mean, it's real simple.
It
you
is.
know Focus on me first.
That's true. Yes, focus on him first.
Yeah. So
Trust.
and that's all we're doing here. So kudos to you. Great success. Of course, we look forward to uh just continued success and mindset maintenance, and so yeah, so you haven't gotten rid of us. And for those that are watching, definitely you see the link scrolling by, rochelletparks.com/sugar ain't sweet. You can do like Z and jump right in. Okay, we have 30-day, 90-day, and 180-day programs. Or you could also, um, there's an opportunity for you to do a consultation on there as well. Fill out a health assessment, and we can set up for a consultation. Free 30-minute consultation, so we can see what's going on with you and see if this is a good fit for you, if we're a good fit for each other with the program. But invite you guys to at least do that much so we can see, because what I know to be true is that better can be had by you too.
Mhm.
Um, any last words, Z, before we wrap up?
Um, I would say to anyone is get the book, but the book they need the book along with you all because
Oh, the book.
I use the book as a journal. Yes, and I still use that book. I made tabs in mine for each section, and it was like my journal. So when my mindset wasn't right, I go there, read all the
Yeah.
just the motivation, the scriptures that are in there, just powerful stuff is powerful and it's real and better can be had. And I didn't think it could be.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I kept fighting and God gave me the answer, put it right in my face. Like I said, kept looking like, who is this lady working out like that? Didn't even know I would be connecting with you or you had a program.
Wow. Look at
And look
that.
at me now, and I'm not
Look at,
done.
and not done. Beautiful, beautiful. Pops, you have anything before we close it out?
Other than I thank God for Miss Zucchini, that she's in our life and in our life to stay. And just wish you many more days of continued success.
Yes, yeah, I appreciate you all so much.
Appreciate you. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Grateful.
Well, that's a wrap, guys. Thank you all for tuning in for another episode of Mindset Talks. A wonderful, wonderful testimony from Z Dean. Again, share to everybody. Share to everybody needs to hear this. I mean, these are just, constant testimonies, and we'll be doing these, posting these every other week. So just go on my timeline and just go back, and you'll see one every other week. You'll see one posted. Or just look in videos and you can see them all there. So that's it, guys. That's all we have. Hey, this is Rochelle T. Parks. I am your health motivator. And guess what? Whether you like it or not, I do not care. Okay? I can, I will, and I must continue to walk alongside you and help you to achieve optimal health. That's it. We're out. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, what's going on, good people? What is going on? I'm Rochelle T. Parks. I am your health motivator. Hey, before you go, I just want to invite you to join me. Join us. Join us in my next fruit and vegetable challenge, guys. 7 days. 7 days to change your life. I do it every month, the first 7 days of every month, and I want to see you next month, okay? So click the link below and go ahead and join me, and I'll see you next month. Let's go. Peace.